Whew, guys, I am very concerned about Chud the Builder. Very, very concerned. I've heard some staunch news about the recent altercation that happened, but let's backtrack it. You know, I recently had seen a video of a guy getting kicked out of a restaurant. They wanted to refuse the service. Then the streamer gets arrested for theft of service. And I'm thinking, they're kicking the guy out the restaurant because they don't like his content? That's odd. So I figured, maybe it's like he posts like, I don't know, right-wing stuff or whatever. Because you know how people, they be getting real mad nowadays. They get mad. And then I see another video. I say, oh, he's that guy. Look, this guy.
You following me to my truck now? We got 18 rounds for you. We ain't got nothing else. Don't follow me in my truck. Look at him. Ooga booga. Ooh ah ah. Ooh ah ah. Look at these chimping out.
And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, okay. Hey, isn't that just something though? Like content in 2026 is like, yo, man, I think I'm about to blow up off this content. What you about to do? Shit, you'll see. Check out my stream and you see. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of crazy, bro. We live in a crazy day and age, man. If you explain someone this in like 2010, they'd be like, what? And the guy's, he's saying it's because his First Amendment right type. Is that how First Amendment even works? I don't think that's how I don't think it's just, yo, say whatever you want and you're good. Like, I'm pretty sure it's protection from the government where you can't get arrested over things that you say and views that you want to articulate out to the world. It doesn't necessarily mean you could just walk up and harass people and then when obviously they have an issue, now you threaten them with your gun and your mace. That's not really what the founding fathers, the freaking slave owners, that's not what they had in mind when they were making the Constitution. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, yeah, so you could really say whatever. And then you got your Second Amendment so that then if bro tweaks on you, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's kind of a very loose way to go about that, right? And so now, of course, we've all heard he's leaving a Montgomery courthouse that's in Tennessee. And he gets into an altercation with a dude, obviously a black dude, and ends up being a shooting. He shoots the dude, shoots himself, and he was still losing the fight. To my knowledge, I believe in the video, it looked like bro might have been on top of him. You got to move your feet, playboy. Got off 2 shots, shot yourself, and you still got taken out. You got to move your feet, get the hips back. It's all good. It's all good. He probably was doing his best, man. Now, the next bit of news is Chud the Builder gets $1.2 million bond and is being charged with attempted murder. Attempted murder. Now, look. For those of y'all that don't know how bond works, it's a temporary loss of that money, right? If you had the money or you had something to leverage as money, like a property, something, 1.2 million, I'm gonna pay you the 1.2 million. Now when I show up on my court date, I get that money back or I forfeit that money. So if you had a bunch of money, okay, cool, let's pay and get out. Rhoda.
I'm going to set initial bond at 1.25 million.
1.25 million. Based on the fact.
Now, does that look like the face of a man that has 1.2 million? I don't think so. But now here's the other thing. Here's how a bail bondsman works. Is you can pay now here's the problem when you go through a bail bondsman. Whether it's bail, whether it's bond. Bail gets you out of jail. Bond, you're locked up and being charged. And, you know, slightly different. But regardless, how a bail bondsman works is you can pay, say, usually 10%. So say I'm the bail bondsman. You're Chud the Builder. I will pay that $1.2 million if you give me 10% of that. So you give me $120,000. I take that. I pay your bond. You then go back to court and now I've gotten back so I've leveraged my money for you to get out, but I keep your money. So I made 10% on my money. Guys, that gentleman in that courtroom did not look like he had $120K to burn for his freedom. I don't know, these streamers making a lot of money, but to just blow six figures like that, I don't know, man. That's tough. And then is he going with a public defender? Because you got to think, that's his bond. Is he going with a public defender? Because that 120K, you probably going to need that for the lawyers, bro. You're going to need at least 30, 40K. Who knows how long this trial is going to stretch out? So that's why that concern was on that man's face. It's not, oh, I don't have 1.2 million. It's, first of all, I don't have that. But I also don't have a 10% to give, whether I have it or not. I'm going to need it. You still got bills to pay. I don't know where he's living at. You still got bills to pay. You're not going to have any more income. Streaming is a live thing. You're streaming live. It ain't like you just got residuals just flowing through the mail. You ain't got no crazy YouTube channel. I don't even know the place you stream at. I ain't gonna lie. I forget. It was some different weird site. Doesn't matter. It wasn't Kick, it wasn't Rumble. I forgot the name. Yeah, that's trouble in paradise. So my estimation is they're going to try to fight to get a lower bond and say, oh, he's not a flight risk. I think he's going to be sitting in there until his trial. Now let's get to whether or not that gentleman will be found innocent or guilty. Now, he's posted a lot of things that do not help his case and that are going to be brought up in trial if this goes to trial. He may also settle and but I don't know, attempted murder case? What do you think the DA is going to settle for? You think they're going to settle for, community service, time served? It's an attempted murder case. That's what they're charging you for. Attempted murder. So I don't know if that settlement is going to be something you're interested in. Even if it's 4 years, you get it. For anyone else, attempted murder, I shot a guy 2 years, 4 years, that's good. I don't know, man. I don't know if he's really up for all that. Although they will have a place for you in prison. A lot of people are saying, oh man, now he's gonna get messed up in prison. I'm like, bro, I don't know how the prisons are in Tennessee, but over here on the West Coast, it's all segregated, bro. You're gonna be with the Aryans. You don't have a choice. So all that stuff you were saying, you're gonna have to be very committed to it. Don't say it was just for content, because you're gonna see them Aryans in there and they're gonna have a spot. Yeah, you sit right here with us. You were doing your thing out there, man. And so let's get back to the trial itself. Now, let's see this previous stuff that he posted. Yeah, it's not going to read well in court. Let's just be honest, it's not going to read well in court at all. However, there is an avenue where he wasn't streaming this to my knowledge. He's leaving a courthouse. So I don't know if he was on his, you're chimping out, all that stuff. I don't know if he was really on that. He could have just gotten attacked and technically self-defended himself, right? So obviously that's what his side is going to try to say is, he wasn't antagonizing, this happened. I don't know how much was caught on surveillance. However, they are now saying he reached for his gun prior to the attack starting. So that is starting to sound more like his chimping antics, which would mean he did incite it. And he pulled out a weapon on an unarmed guy. Now, if the story was different, he just started getting attacked, and then he had no choice and shot the guy. That's one thing. We've seen the stand your ground things. We've seen how that type of thing can play out. But guys, and like you said the thing, and then you guys will write, even if he is found not guilty, guys, he's not in a good situation. So don't leave yourself like, oh my God, but what if he doesn't? Either way, the other guy lived, first of all. And if bro has any money, you're going to file a civil suit. I'm saying if Chud has any money after all that, he can file a civil suit and collect money off of that, whatever. But, bro, Chud is going to be sitting there for a minute. Chud the Builder. He's going to be sitting in there for a minute. Y'all don't understand how bad jail is, bro. Longest I've ever been is 12 hours. And, bro, it was 12 weeks is what it felt like. And that was just jail, local jail. For nothing, for dumb stuff, right? Bro, he's going to be in whatever the county jail is over there with the Aryan brothers. He probably going to get into more stuff while he's in there. Who knows? Because people, I don't know. But either way, guys, he's not in a good situation. All right? He's going to be locked up. A bond that he clearly appears like he cannot pay. And he's cooked. Regardless of how this goes, he's cooked. Who knows when he's actually going to go to trial or if he's going to settle, what he's going to do. That gentleman is cooked. And that's even worse than being cucked, in my opinion. But anyways, guys, yeah, little 2 cents, little announcement. Yeah, $1.2 million bond. He didn't look like he could pay it. He can't even pay the bail bondsman. Not knocking him. It's a lot of money to burn, and you got to pay attorney fees unless you're getting a public defender. But are you trying to walk free? You probably want to hire a private attorney. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, shout out to Chud the Builder and wishing him the best. We are praying for you, bro. And when you're in there, don't be chimping out.